What is good? But hey, can you guys hear me all right? Am I live? Am I good? What is good, everybody? I just made it. That countdown I had going on to start the video. I had to go do something. I got back and it was 6 seconds left on the clock. So, out of breath a little bit. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Sounds like we're good. So yeah, man. Welcome to the chat. This is Jenkins. My name is Jenkins. I do charting and stuff on HEX. I do Discourse Syndicate every Thursday night, 9 p.m. It's my pleasure to, share what I have with all you guys all the time. My mission is always to, provide value. And my objective is to be that person I wish I had when I first got into the markets. So I've been in the markets for some years. And I would start off as a trader. I was a very good trader, but being a very good trader means like you probably are just a little bit over break even. It's tough. Trading's not the best way to make money. And thanks to HEX, that I allowed myself to be pulled out of trading before the market took all my money. So I've been through all the highs and the lows. I've been doing this probably like 6-7 years. I don't know. It's been a long time. It's been closer to a decade than it has been to 0 years. But the one thing I wish I had when I first started was somebody like, a Jenkins. And I mean that as in like the person I wish I had guiding me is the person I try to be for all the people that are new to HEX. If you just got into HEX, you just got into crypto, you're just learning about, what this world is. Well, rest assured, you guys are in the right spot first and foremost, if you guys are HEX, hang on, let me make sure. Yeah. If you guys are, hang on real quick. Does it sound like I'm in does the microphone clear? Does it sound like I'm talking to like a computer microphone? I'm pretty sure I have the right microphone on, but anyways, yeah, that's my goal. Try to be the person that I wish I had when I first started, so it didn't take me, 4, 5, 6 years of losses to finally get the mind that I have and, be able to know what I know. But experience is the best teacher. So when you guys get into the markets, the first thing is to keep your emotions out of it, right? We all know that, or we should know that. It's easier said than done. Everyone knows that, but nobody knows how to do that until you actually go through the motions. So you can, read any book you want, listen to any mentor you want, but until you really go through some certain things, you're not really going to fully understand it. Well, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in the market. So I think that's why I just come on here and, I try to just make things super simple. I want to just, show simple patterns in the charts. I'm going to share my chart, by the way. We're going to talk about HEX tonight. I want to be that person that makes the charts look so simple and easy because they really are. It really is a mindset thing, So when you're looking at charts, you don't overcomplicate it. I mean, if you go on a chart and you talk to anybody that's a trader, they have all these crazy indicators and everything and all these fancy tools, or they might even pay people to actually give them signals. It's unnecessary, and trading's not healthy for you anyway, so don't do that. And if you do it, don't do it that way. You got to learn how to just trust yourself and know what you know. Well, I try to just make it simple to the point where children can understand what I'm explaining. How do I do that? I just draw simple patterns. I look at the geometry of the market. What does the market, show that, makes it look simple for anybody to understand? So when the market creates certain patterns, I try to recognize those patterns and draw them out for you guys, so you guys can see them. But furthermore, I don't just want to show you guys, simple patterns and, where price may or may not go. My focus is not to be here and call prices or call anything. My focus is to genuinely just try to help you guys understand the markets. And that's it. And it makes me very, very happy. And it's so heartwarming that I have a lot of people on Twitter that reach out to me about they know, they see certain things in the markets because of what I show them or whatnot. And that makes me very happy. So without further ado, we're going to dive into this thing. I'm going to get this ball rolling. Yeah, I'm Jenkins. I'm going to break down the HEX chart. And we're at 20 cents, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys feeling with the all-time highs that we're at today? All-time highs, 20+ cents. It's not just a wick. We are actually here. Feels good, but it's just it's another day, it's a stepping stone, another step in the staircase. 20 cents is not the top. 20 cents is not the ultimate goal. We have a lot longer to go from here. But it's pretty cool to finally be here. A few months ago, or, it's almost a year ago now, we were celebrating our first penny. A few months ago, we were celebrating 10 cents and we spent no time at 10 cents. And here we are, we're double that 20 cents. So we're all talking $1 hex now. And I know we want to get there. It'd be great to wake up tomorrow with $1 hex. But if experience taught me one thing, is just appreciate these moments, appreciate these times when the price is still cheap, because we all want to get to that top. Think about it for a second. When you invest your money, especially in hex, like you invest your money and you calculate how much you'll have when you get to those areas, $1, $10, $100, but what we don't do while being in that process or being in that mindset is we don't appreciate what we have right now. So time flies fast. The market goes up fast. The price is moving up fast. So the least we can do is just sit down and enjoy these moments. We can all look back one day and be like, oh, I remember 18 cents, 20 cents. We, had hex. I remember hex under a penny, but once we achieve that goal and make, the certain amount of money that we want when we first initially invested, like once you achieve that goal, it's like, where do you go from there? Right. Well, you want to just, you don't want that feeling of like, man, it just came and went and there's nothing left in me. And, money's not the ultimate happiness in this world. So just don't get so tied to the number that's in your portfolio. Just be here for the process and, learn as much as you can, gain as much as you can, experience as much as you can. And this is the right community to do it with. Okay. So when looking at charts, the first thing you want to see, and I'll draw it out, the sign of a healthy market is, a wave pattern. So you got the impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. That's a sign of a healthy market with the trend that's going up. Okay. You don't want to, as cool as it is to be in coins that, go like this, shoot up way up. It's cool to, be a part of that, but 9 times out of 10 is probably a rug pull. And 10 times out of 10, there's not enough liquidity or balance in the market for it to sustain, such a parabolic move. So like Dogecoin, for example, I'll show you guys that chart real quick. Dogecoin, shot up super, super high this year, and it's still doing well compared to what it started the year at, right? But look at the chart. It doesn't look good. So you see this, this trading here, then it shoots way up again. Well, look what happens to the price. Now it slowly drains itself all the way back down. That's not the sign of a healthy market. That's what you don't want to see. What you want to see in a healthy market is the price moving up and to the right, like how this is, but you want to see, up, down, impulse correction, right? What's the perfect chart to show that to you guys in? Well, that's actually hex. Let's go to the weekly chart. This is literally just, it's a perfect healthy chart. It's perfect. It's a perfect chart for teaching and showing patterns because it does exactly what you want a normal market to do when it's healthy. Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Is the correction right here? I don't think so. I think our next major correction is probably going to be at 25 cents, and I'll get into that later. But you see what I mean? Impulse correction, impulse correction. The hex signifies a healthy market, and that's the most simple thing we can start off with. Is just if you're looking for simple waves, any newbie can look at this chart and be like, okay, it's moving up and to the right, but it's showing healthy structure along the way. It's just not pumping up and then dropping way down. So that's the first cool thing about hex that got me intrigued. Is just like it's the price is there, it's the performance is there. Whether you like the technology or not, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't. But see, whether you like the technology or not, you can't deny the price. The price is actually just the data that it provides, and this is the truth right here. Results speak the truth, and hex, it's just the strongest chart I've ever seen in my entire life, and it gives us picture perfect, market patterns. So last week, what was it? Last Thursday. It was the 19th. Okay. We were in this triangle and I drew that out for you guys. All right. 2/1/2019. We were in this area last stream. Let me go to the 4 hours so I can be more specific with this. We were in this area last stream, right? I told you guys we're at 17.9 pennies. Mel V Tony, if you're out there, shout out to you. He's always dropping the price, update it in the chart. In the chat. Let me see if he's here real quick. Shout out to you guys if you're here. I'll talk to you guys in the chat in a second. He's not here yet, I don't think. But we were in the chart and he was dropping the price and everything, and we were at 17.9, 17.4, 18.1, whatever. We're in this area. And I told you guys I wanted to see, a healthy pullback down to 17 cents at least before the next pump. I wanted to see a retest of 17 cents just to confirm the strength and the move that it just made. Why did I want to see that 17-cent touch? Well, it's because we had this massive impulse. We had this initial triangle pattern. I won't get too far back in history, but triangle pattern, we broke it. And then, by the way, along the way, we created a triangle pattern. But we had a, impulse. So whenever you have an impulse, you want to see a correction. So just by looking at the simple stuff, my correction I wanted to see was 17 cents. Why? There's a few things why. Okay, so this triangle pattern we had here, look at, there's a wave 1, 2, 3, 4. So you guys watch my videos enough to know that I talk about triangles and waves, and I'll get into that a little bit, but I feel like I repeat that a lot. So if you guys want to understand that more, go look at my actual personal YouTube channel, and you'll see why I look for those patterns and why they're so significant. But we triangle pattern here, we broke it. Smash past this, 17-cent psychological level, which the purple dotted line is, broke it, retested it, came up. What happened on this retest? This engulfing doji candle. Okay, I always talk about engulfing doji candles. Whenever you see price action like this, that means it's a significant level. For two reasons. A lot of bids are sitting here. So like when we finally break our area, people like to kind of, drain the price before we go up, for traders, at least sellers, get liquidated in moves like this. Areas that sellers get liquidated in are usually major price targets for the big fish in the market, right? But whenever you see, a retest and the following candle just engulfs it, meaning that it's bigger than the down candle, it can basically eat it whole. It engulfs it. That usually signifies we're going to shoot one way. Usually, okay? Not all the time. But if it doesn't signify that, at the very least, it signifies a major price level. So when I saw this, impulse, we finally topped off at the 19-cent range. We came back down here last stream. I told you guys I wanted to see 17 cents real quick before we move up. For that simple reason, there's nothing else to it. Just that simple. There's Fibonacci behind it, I guess. And then what did we get? We had the 17-cent wick twice. So I mean, this is spot on, right? And like I said, I'm not here trying to make price calls or certain things, but I just literally look at simple patterns, make it make sense, and usually price just honors it. I guess it's not me; it's just the market. It's literally just the market. I'm just fortunate enough to understand that after looking at it for so many years and going through the motions, But after having that, so we had the impulse correction. That's wave 1, wave 2, and then after a bull flag like this, you want to see a pump up, right? And that's exactly what it did. The problem was it didn't break the all-time high. So instead of just this being a simple impulse correction, it was an impulse correction. There was an impulse, but instead of creating an all-time high, it kind of became price traps, and it formed a sort of a triangle. As you can see, the top was here. We had a lower high right here, but it did not create a lower low. So we had higher lows being created, higher low, and then a higher low right here, and then lower highs being created. And then it just formed two trends that kind of just went head on, like two trains going at each other. That's what a triangle is, right? So when you see triangles, and sorry if it sounds like I have heavy reverb, I hear an echo in my ears at least. I don't know if you guys do. But in these triangles, you want to see 5 waves still. I call this a price trap. A very good sign of a healthy price trap is 5 waves inside of any pattern. You just want to see waves. That's all you want to do is really just look at the waves. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. We had a 5th wave that still honored this top right here. And then, after wave 5, I tell you guys, you want to see it trade sideways a little bit, become price trapped. And we did. We became price trapped because we were stuck here for... Whoops, hang on. Sorry. Let me get this out of here. We were price trapped here for let's see how many times, how long. Did I just lose all my... I'm on BNB. What just happened? Okay, we were price trapped, trading sideways for a solid 12 hour, a day and 20 hours. So about 48 hours, we traded sideways, building that tension. Whenever you're not creating a higher high or a lower low, tension's being built. It's like if you drop like a Mentos inside of like a Coke, before it explodes, if you tie the top of that bottle, you just feel how much pressure builds up, when those Mentos explode. And then just imagine at the very end of these triangles, that Mentos is about to break the bottle open. Then you just sneak in there, you flip off the, you loosen up the cap, and then boom, right after triangles happen, price explodes one way or another. And as we saw here, it went up, right? So, and that's just, it's just picture perfect. One thing I've learned with HEX is that the technical analysis is really respected. You don't need technical analysis to understand that HEX is going, up and to the right. and it's going to continue to do that because there's so much more behind it. But it is the one and only chart that literally follows bullish technical analysis down to a T. Every pullback is a good pullback, right? So that's just what happened on, you know, since last stream. I just told you guys, look for this triangle pattern, look for 5 waves. We got the 5 waves, price broke, and it's just spot on. It really was just spot on. So it's pretty cool to see that. Oh, whoops. It's fun to enjoy the ride and just, you know, see HEX do what it's doing. And shout out to you guys. Oh no, did I lose my 10 point, or no, that's my 17-cent box. I had a yellow box here, right? I'm pretty sure I had deleted a yellow. Oh yeah, I had a yellow box here at the 17-cent mark. This is like that area I wanted. I'm gonna keep that there. It was something like that. I like to keep those areas that I point out for like future reference. Okay. And then another thing too, ladies and gentlemen, with technical analysis, there's a lot of people that do TA on here, and shout out to all those people. There's a lot of smart people in the HEX community. But we hear it a lot that you don't really need to be good at technical analysis to be good at it with HEX, because all you got to do is just say it's going up, and you're right, you know, 10 times out of 10. The difference between me and everything else, and when it comes to HEX, is, and you guys know me by now, sometimes I get called out for FUD. You know, I call pullbacks. I call certain pullbacks, but like I don't just like call them. I shouldn't say call, but I point out certain zones going down while going up, and they're pretty accurate. And that's why I leave these boxes on this chart for you guys to back reference and, you know, go cross whatever. Because when I first started streaming, remember, this is my first pullback that I pointed out. Hang on, where's my brush? Remember this oval? Most of you guys probably don't remember, but I showed last stream. I went to my Twitter and showed you guys when I said 3.5 penny range was the target for this bull flag pullback. We hit that. We broke up, you know, and then this was the first major range. We hit this range, and look how many times we respected it. So I keep these ranges on here. The next major range I had was this 13 or this 8-cent range. You know, we hit it, respected it at first, kind of bobbled around, traded sideways on it for a long time, exploded. My next major range was a 13-cent range. It was respected at first. You see, bam, you see how it hit the top of the range and pulled back. This was the start of the sacrifice phase, though. So it's kind of like the big payday melt that we had. The sacrifice phase pump was kind of like, it was going to break out all structure, right? But as you see, when price calmed down, we kind of stayed around the range. And then also with the pullback too, like this was spot on. I mean, once we had that sacrifice phase top and we were going the last 2 weeks and just watching the price drain itself, I told you guys I wanted this 10.8 cent range, this 10.8 penny range. And you guys remember that if you guys watch me now. But we came down, we almost tapped it once, almost tapped it twice. You can't get any closer. Then we finally had an institutional candle wick that range. And that was perfect. We tapped that range and never came back. And then, yeah, just recently, this last stream, this is the small range I call it. That's why I keep this range small, because it's not too significant. But on this pullback, that's why I wanted to see that. Followed with the triangle. So it's a little bit of back history. Also, too, something I want you guys to look at. By the way, we're at 20.1 pennies. Let's see how high we can pump on stream. Lately, when I've been streaming, we've been pumping together. I feel like we generate a lot of enthusiasm, you know, together in this chat. And we probably have no influence on the actual price, but let's just tell ourselves that. But look at this pattern we drew out. So another thing that I do when I point out my technical analysis with HEX, I just look at history, because history repeats itself no matter what level you're at, okay? And patterns are always going to repeat themselves. So we had this big bull flag, right? Flag pull with the flag. And then we had wave 1, we had wave 1, 2, 3, 4, wave 5, you know, the triangle waves. But once we broke this bull flag, we did not create a higher high. So that forms a triangle that, you know, was picture perfect. How did I guess, project that this triangle was going to come so perfectly? I looked at past history. This happened before in HEX. You know, I talked about this probably last stream or on one of my videos. I talk about a lot of things over and over because repetition is the best way to learn, right? But we had this exact same pattern before. We had the bull flag back in, you know, late April. Bull flag, right? When we broke out of the bull flag, what happens? We did not create an all-time high. We created a form of triangle. This is like not perfect, right? So bear with me. That's actually way too off. I need to make this a little bit better. But we created a triangle like this. Bull flag breakout, did not break the high, came back down, did not create a lower low. What did we form? A triangle wave, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, wave 5, and then kind of pulled back before the takeoff. So I looked at past history. I remember being on my streams doing this, and I'm like, wait, HEX is just doing what it's done before. So like, once this plays out, and this is on a smaller scale, don't get me wrong, but like the pump was imminent, right? So HEX just does a lot of things over and over and over again. And I just try to point out the simple patterns that, hopefully anybody can see those. So whenever you see triangles and you see waves inside of triangles, you might not know which way the price is going, but price is going to explode. If you see 5 waves inside of a triangle, whether it's on the daily chart, 4-hour, 30-minute, 5-minute chart, you're going to see some sort of price move. Probably not 5-minute on the HEX chart, but you're going to see some sort of price move after a triangle is created. So with that being said, here we are. We broke out of the triangle. We are creating new structure. Okay. Where should we expect the next zones to be tapped in HEX? And to keep it simple, we're just going to keep looking at, the price, where money's at, where our levels are at. We're not going to use any indicators, and we're going to try to make this nice and clean. So if you guys remember my last couple streams, I've been talking about psychological levels, because now HEX is trading in areas it's never been before. It's just literally an uncharted territory. And then instead of us moving, from 1 penny to 2 pennies, and we got the 10 decimals in between, we're actually moving from penny to penny like it's nothing. We're seeing 18 to 19 pennies. We're seeing 1 to 3 penny moves per day, not counting pumps, just counting like, what 19 penny, 17 penny, 19 penny, 18 penny. In these kind of phases of market discovery, and we're sort of in market discovery because we're going up. Because before I get ahead of myself, we're basically in price discovery because we just broke structure on the grand scale. So kind of what we had, a long time ago, starting in early July, with the bull flag that turned, into a triangle. See this triangle right here? That's not that good. We have this triangle, bam, bam, bam. And then remember this wick that we had down here? But we had this big triangle. Finally, price broke out of the triangle. And after I see a price trap, I tell you guys all the time, I want to see, a 3 to 5 wave LE8, 3 to 5 LE8 wave movement right out of it. So when we had this first breakout, we topped off at 19 cents. We had wave 1 on the big things, on the grand scheme of things, wave 2. Once we had this pullback at 17 cents, it's time for wave 3. Wave 3's top is not at 20 cents, but on the grand scheme of things. But that does not mean that you should expect no minor resistance along the way. So right now, this confirmation that we just got breaking out of this triangle. Oh no, what did I do? This confirmation that we just got breaking out of this triangle confirms that we are creating that third wave off that initial analysis that I just showed you guys. So we're in wave 3 on the month, looking at month to month. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Oh no, sorry, I'm way off. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. We're in the middle of wave 3, but in healthy structure, you see wave patterns. You want to see waves inside of waves. So you might see, on the monthly chart, something like this, but inside of that, you might see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, So the waves that are inside the waves, that's what we want to point out. And kind of to be precise, but not too complex, just look at psychological levels. It's really simple, okay? Psychological levels is every whole penny. And that's kind of just, I would say, the marker to kind of keep your eye on while we're here. Just because we're moving so fast right now. Pulse chain, we're about to get another announcement very soon. Once we get that next pulse chain announcement, price is going to go parabolic on us, and it's going to run away, and we're never going to be able to catch up to it again. So 2021, 2019. Why does this feel so off? Hang on. I think I messed something up. 1 second. Oh, it's at 19.5. That's why. That line's not supposed to be there. I was kind of mind effed for a second. So yeah, psychological levels, just to point those out. So whenever you see a whole round level, that's when the average mind, looks to buy or sell. Markets are price inside of markets are formed off human emotion. That's really it. Human emotion controls this. So if you just kind of dive into the psychology, into the market, not too deep, keep it simple, stay at the surface. You can just see certain things, human emotion. If you're somebody that's a noob and you're a pleb, but you want to make a quick buck and you catch this pump, you're like, oh, maybe 19 cents is where I'll take my profit. You take your profit there. And then the average person like me, I see a 17-cent dip. I'm buying there. And I did buy that dip. I really did. Yeah, it was that exact dip, actually. I want to say I got 16.8, but I don't think I got the wick. No, you know what? I bought right around this area. I was a little before this pump. But yeah, Normally people want to see those whole levels to see those dips. But as you see, we stay price trap inside of zones. And I call this trading in the zones, the game of zones. Play the game of zones when looking at your charts now. And you just look at the price action, how it respects these whole psychological levels. And I'm going to go into 1 hour chart to point that out. I won't go too far behind, but back in 12 days ago, we finally broke this 15-cent mark or 16-cent mark. Look at, we came up, we tapped 17 cents. Okay, 17-cent tap. Let me put this as like a dot. Hopefully this dot's easier to see. We had a 17-cent tap, respected it, came back down, bounced off of 16 cents, came back up, bounced 17, came back down, stayed in the 60-cent range, came back up, finally broke 17. What do you want to see when you finally break structure? You want to see a break and a retest. Simple. You break a certain level like this, and then retest it to confirm the strength, and then you move up. So that's exactly what we got here. We broke 17 cents, flipped it into a support line, retested it, came up, didn't go to 18 cents yet, but came back down, respected it again as another level, shot up, broke 18 cents. There wasn't a ton of resistance yet at 18 cents, but as you can see, price came down, we wicked it, broke it, retested it, shot up, 19-cent top, okay, on the hour chart. Once we hit that 19-cent top, came back down, 18 cents. Look how much time we spent at this 18-cent level before we finally broke it. We broke it, retested it, came back down. We went back down to the 17-cent zone. And then, 17-cent zone, where's the bottom at? Literally at 17 cents, the whole level. And that helped me, just pick out that point too. Just a little small confirmations. Give me, once I stack on 3 to 5 of those simple confirmations, price kind of inevitably goes in these ranges, okay? We respected 17 cents right there. Came back up, broke 18 cents, back into the 18-cent zone, retest, confirm the strength, shot up 19 cents. We top off at 19 cents. We're literally a game of zones. Came back down, 18-cent tap. Look at that respect. 18-cent tap, respected it. And we traded sideways for a whole day. We traded sideways on 18 cents. But I told you guys in that fifth wave in the triangle, I wanted to see 18 cents hold its structure to confirm, the 20-cent breakout. And that's exactly what happened. 18 cents held. And then boom, we finally broke the structure. And what I want to see is I want to see a nice healthy touch. We broke 19 cents. We broke 20 cents. We broke it pretty high. This was a volatile move, okay? In healthy structure, though, I want to just see, look at, we have a double top here. 1, 2 tops at 19 cents. Let's just, if we could, I don't know if we will, but if we could, or if, let's say this, if we do see a pullback to 19 cents, don't worry. We want to see 19 cents become the new floor, the new support level if it comes down. This would kind of confirm a lot of strength for me. Break the triangle, impulse, correction, next impulse, and then, we can just stay inside the whole psychological levels. And this is on the hour chart too. Keep in mind, everything I'm showing you is like, what is this? 3. This whole entire thing I just showed you guys. Let's see. Oh my God, I did it again. This whole entire thing I just showed you guys, that's a matter of 10 days. Okay. So this is like very short scheme of things. This is day-to-day movements. So right now, if we do pull back to 19 cents, I want to be shocked. I want to be surprised. I would love to see that, to confirm its strength. If it doesn't happen, I wouldn't be surprised, but let's see, what is price doing right now? We shoot up to 20 cents. We respect it one time, broke it. Oh no, come on. We broke it, retested on one candle, shot up. There's a lot of sellers at 20 cents though. So this is going to be a tougher level to break on the minor scale. Keep in mind, 20 cents isn't the same as 17, 18, or 19 in people's minds. There's whole levels on the penny scale of things, and then there's whole levels on the dime scale. So every 10 cents is an even bigger whole level, and then every dollar is an even bigger whole level. So as you keep chipping away at all these whole levels, you're going to find major and minor resistance areas. 20 cents is probably going to be a lot stronger than 17, 18, 19 cents. But I wouldn't expect to spend too much time in this area. If we go back to 10 cents, let's look at how much time we really spent here before we actually took off. When we finally broke 10 cents, we spent not much time at all breaking it, right? We had the break and retest like how we just saw at 20, except at 20, we got this kind of double top 1 hour. But HEX broke 10 cents, retested it, all in a matter of 9 hours. So that's all. We've been waiting for 10 cents for months, years, and we spent 9 hours there when we waited years for it. 20 cents. I wouldn't be surprised to spend more time there, but people are enthusiastic right now, right? So people like to buy expensive things, and people like to see things before they believe things. What do I mean by that? People like to see HEX hit certain prices before they decide to buy. I don't know why. I don't know why at all. And we'll never understand that. But that's just how the majority of people think. If you guys are in HEX already, shout out to you. You're not the majority of people. But people like to buy expensive things. People have to see certain things. The normal pleb's confirmation is, oh, 20 cents, then I'll buy it so I can ride it to 40 cents to get a 2X. Which is not bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. Buying HEX at 20 cents is cheap. But the reason why I say that is the enthusiasm's high right now. Everyone's pumped up. We're excited. As Hexicans, we're chilling. We're chilling. I mean, this is another day at the office. We're pumping. We're up and to the right. New all-time highs. Like, this stuff doesn't stop happening, you know? Bear markets just are unheard of in HEX. But when things happen, the enthusiasm at 20 cents might outweigh the picture perfect technical analysis to get that pullback. But if we do drop to 19 cents, that would make me happy. You know me. I'm the guy that likes to see confirmations, specific pullbacks and stuff. I would be okay with that. And it happens fast. I mean, we started this morning off at today's the 26th. We started this morning off at 18.3 pennies. Here we are at 20.1. We moved 2 pennies today. So if it does get a 19-cent pullback, that can happen in 12 hours or so, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, but it'll be fast before you know it. You might wake up one day, see, a 20-cent HEX. By middle of the day, it's down to 19, but by the time you go to bed, it could be at 21, 22, that can all happen in one day. So HEX is very volatile, and these penny ranges are being smashed right now. They're being smashed. So, what I'm doing, I'm adapting my technical analysis to slow down the chart. I'm trying to be the calm inside the chaos because price is moving so fast right now on us on the grand scheme of things. I want to just try to slow it down for you guys and check the smaller time frames and look at the psychological levels with you. If you guys remember, when I started streaming, I typically, when I do my analysis, I don't look at anything less than the daily or the weekly chart, maybe the 4-hour. But as of late, after the sacrifice phase, I've been doing 1-hour time frames because that's just how fast price is moving. And these candles are less gappy, as you see. There's more volume in the price. And I'll look at this while we're at it. I'm seeing this right here right now. We broke the triangle, hit 20 cents, respected this top. What do we got? Doji followed by an engulfing candle in 1-hour chart. Doji candle up. We have the bullish candle up, come back down with the doji that wicks, and then it gets engulfed by the next candle. Whenever you see something like that, impulse correction, impulse on the very tiny scale of things. Very, very strong sign. I didn't see that till now. So yeah, we might not spend too much time here. So what does that mean? If you go back literally 15 minutes in this video, if you see a doji candle like that, a doji engulfing candle, at the very least, that's a level where price is at. So that's just another confirmation to understand exactly what I mean when I said that earlier. At the very least, price might want to touch that area if it's not going to confirm, its strength, but it's probably going to confirm its strength. I mean, HEX is stronger than ever right now. But bullish engulfing doji candle, price comes down, taps it. We respected it so far. This is on the hour chart though. I'm not going to get too detailed on the little minute to minute type stuff for you guys, but I just like showing you guys these patterns. So pretty cool stuff. I didn't even give you guys an analysis beyond that though. So if we see a pullback, we got the breakout of the triangle, and I'll draw these lines back on here now. And hope you guys are enjoying this. I mean, shout out to you guys for being here. I didn't even check the chat. 180 people here. Shout out to all you guys. If you guys are in the chat, I'm gonna get back to the chat in a little bit. If you guys want, what was I gonna say? Oh, maybe I can bring a guest into here. If you guys want to see a guest tonight, start hitting up some people. If you guys want to see anybody specific on this stream tonight in HEX, hit them up. Tell them to hit me up on Twitter, and then I'll bring some guests in here and give you guys a show, give you guys a fun conversation, and I'll try to pick the minds of the people that you guys want to see most in HEX. So let me know if you guys want anybody. No, let those people know to hit me up, and then I'll check my Twitter messages in a little bit. We'll get some people in here. But my overall analysis, so we broke this triangle top, pump. If we get the retest, great. If we don't, it's A-okay, but let's assume we get a retest here. Next level up, I mean, for sure, psychological level, 21 cents, but we're not slowing there. So how can I take this to the next level while keeping it simple and also project, the next, pump off this current pullback. Oh, whoops. I'm going to pull out the Fibonacci. And Fibonacci, I'm not going to just get too detailed into it. I'm just going to show you guys. I like to keep it simple, right? There's enough people. There's videos out there explaining Fibonacci. All you got to know is the 618 level. 618 level is the most important. Every level is important on it, but the 618 is probably the most important level on that. So, there's a lot of dotted lines on here. Hang on, let me fix this Fibonacci for you guys so it's easy to see. I'm getting messy. Usually I keep my charts clean, but I'm getting messy tonight. Let's do strong line. Let's make these lines thick. Can we make them thick? All right, they'll be here temporarily. Thick lines are the Fibonacci lines. Off the impulse to this first bull flag and the pullback we had, we were between the 0.78 and the 0.618. We didn't fully come down to the 618 level. That's fine. The reason why I'm looking at this, though, for future projections, just off this impulse alone, what does the algorithm tell us based on momentum and price? This 1.618 level is going to be a good area to look at. And this is simple. Like, we can just, it's like you almost throw like a shot in the dark, but it's going to hit every time. The 1.618 is always going to get hit in a chart that's moving in a certain trend. So safely, if I just keep it as simple as nothing but Fibonacci. No, let me do up this Fibonacci now. This is the 1.618, 23.5 cents. So I want to be shocked. Pull back. Once we kind of pull back, if we do decide to pull back from here, the pump off of this, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, maybe the 23.5 cent range. The third wave is typically the biggest wave in, when we see Elliott waves. That's not always the case. I like to be conservative. You guys know me by now. I give you guys bullish, news and stuff all the time, but there's enough people in HEX that tell you how high the price is going. I'm trying to be not realistic, but realistic, if that makes sense. So we could see, my next major target finally be tapped in this third wave. But if that happens, great. If it doesn't happen, I would not be shocked to see this 618 level get some resistance on this third wave. 23.5 cents comes next. See a pullback, maybe all the way down to 21.20 cents. This pullback usually could be a bigger one, maybe another bull flag that can turn into like some sort of triangle, and then, finish off that fifth and final wave. And we'll probably smoke past 25 cents. I mean, we're probably talking 30-cent whole level at that point, but 25 to 28 cents. But yeah, that's what I would expect soon. And at this point, I'm realizing I got to strategize a little bit better. Let me get a drink real quick. I talk a lot. I have like cotton mouth. At this point, I realize I got to just strategize better. And I can't give you guys every detail just on a Thursday alone. I'm going to start giving you guys just more of a general analysis on here. And I feel like I got specific and broke things down for you guys, but I'm going to give you guys more of a general analysis. You got to follow me on Twitter and go to my YouTube account to see the day-to-day stuff, because I post stuff on my Twitter. By the way, let me just go on there and check and see if we got anybody that wants to hop on this stream. And also too, go to my Twitter, man. You guys see the charts that I post. Like, they're hot. They are, and they're really good. I try to keep it, valuable, full of information. I don't try to keep it about myself. I know you guys aren't here for me. You guys are here for HEX analysis and trying to learn or understand, more things about HEX. And I get that. So that's my job. That's my duty, is to always provide value and make it about what I'm here for. I'm here streaming because of HEX. You guys are here watching me because of HEX. I get that. And that's my focus, to shift it, that way. But with that being said, my Twitter, I try to keep it value-based. I try not to get too caught up on silly stuff and following a bunch of people and just getting caught up in the noise. I just turn on my Twitter, post something with HEX, and then just turn off my Twitter. I try to respond to everybody that I could too, but I do put a lot of stuff on there. And then my YouTube is Jenkins Crypto. Follow me on Twitter or on YouTube. I know we talk about HEX being pre-viral, but bro, like, Jenkins is pre-viral. I know I'm new to streaming, but I've been doing this just over 3 months now, and it feels like it's been forever, but I only have like 500 something followers or subscribers on YouTube. So if you guys aren't following me on YouTube, I do more daily specific videos on there. So make sure you get on there and follow me on there and see what I'm up to, because I post a lot of value. I try to keep it as valuable as possible. But Jenkins is pre-viral, just like HEX. So help me out here. But that's what I got for Hex. Let me pop in this chat real quick. Let me pop in this chat. I can't go all the way to the top, unfortunately. Randy, what is good? Welcome to the chat. Utah, what is good? Aussie Hex, shout out to you guys. I always see you. Crypto Panda, my man. Welcome to the chat, man. Crypto Panda, that dude's awesome. If you guys don't follow him on Twitter, follow him. He's the best like wingman when it comes to like Hex stuff. Maddie Crypto, what's good? Sammy, what is good? Out of Australia. She's putting in the work. Hex Machina, what is good? Welcome. I'm so far behind. I can't go through everybody. I'm sorry. Yeah, bro. Jenkins is pre-viral for real. Shout out to you guys. 200 people in the stream. But just imagine when Hex blows up, like we're gonna remember like us being so early, and then you're gonna see thousands and tens of thousands of people getting into it, being on all these streams and stuff like that. Let me try to see if I can set something up. Let's try to. I should have organized this better. Oh man, I can't keep up. Once I'm on stream, I know the camera's on. I can't keep up with everything. I'm sorry. I wanted to kind of throw a party in here. Somebody hit a Blue Bum. Where's Blue Bum at? Somebody go find Blue Bum and get him in here. That's my man right there. We always have good conversations. But yeah, so I'll just keep talking about Hex a little bit. That's what I expect. We're just in the midst of a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 cents will be broken before we know it. Right now, we're at 20 cents. We're moving up. We're moving to the right. Let me take a look at Nomics now. Let me stop sharing. It's good, everybody. You guys see me now. Quick look at Nomics. And then we're going to compare all the cryptocurrencies too. Do you guys see my Nomics screen? Let me check this. Cool. So it looks like, yeah, Hex, third in the world, $115 billion market cap. That is highly impressive. Highly, highly impressive. We're less than a 4x away from Ethereum. And this is Ethereum at like the highest it's been. No, not the highest it's been in the past 4 months, but it's up there. It's a lot higher than it's been the past few months. Bitcoin at 890 billion. Hex is going to pass both these guys up soon, man. It's going to happen sooner than we think. Like, this is crazy. You guys get your screenshots in of these Nomics charts. Hex was just at number 18 in the world like 6 months ago. We broke the top 10, fell way out of it. Now we're back top 5, and we're gonna take over this number 1 spot. And I want to see Hex take over the Bitcoin number 1 spot before Pulse Chain comes out and P-Hex comes out and takes over both of them. I want to see our old-fashioned OG Hex, take number 1 in the world. Let's reign supreme before we have that stuff going on. And then let's take a look at the charts too. Let's compare all the other cryptocurrencies. Let me pull up my chart for you guys real quick. I just made a video yesterday. You guys saw my video on my YouTube. I compared all the charts to Hex while Hex was pulling back at 18 cents and while all the other charts were like pumping before they dumped this morning down, 6 to 10% for everything. But let's just take a look. So the bear market started in early May. Okay. Bitcoin's top was in April. And yesterday I was generous. Okay. I was generous. I took Bitcoin from the start of the bear market, not from its top. But today, let's look at just the truth. Let's look at the truth. Bitcoin in the past however many days from its top. And I'm taking wicks this time. We're not being nice today. Bitcoin in the past 144 days. I know I'm cheating right there. Bitcoin in the past 138 days, 27% negative. It got as low as 54% negative. Bitcoin's been pumping. Let's see, how long is this pumping going on for in Bitcoin since its bottom? The last 50 days, it's up 60% in the last 50 days, but don't let that fool you. It's still down 27% in the last 150 days, roughly, okay? Bitcoin's down 27% in the past 150 days. That's not fun. That's not why we get into crypto. Ethereum, since the start of the bear market, early May. And I'm taking your wick, Ethereum. I was nice to you yesterday. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Ethereum. So Bitcoin's down 27% as of today since its top this year. Ethereum's down 28% in the past 109 days, okay? Got as low as 60%. So it's pumping the last, 40 to 50 days, but it's still down almost 30%. So don't let the stuff fool you. BNB. How far are we down in BNB from its top? BNB is still down 30% in the past 112 days. 112 days of just watching red. That has to be exhausting. Trust me, I've been a trader. I know what that feels like. Except when you buy coins and you hold coins, you don't get liquidated like you do when you're traders. So it's not as bad. It's not nearly as bad. But it still sucks. If you're an XRP person, XRP's been pumping lately, but we're down 45% in the past 135 days. That is disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, Dogecoin. I mean, man, this is not a sign of a healthy market. Dogecoin is down 63% in the past 111 days. RIP. And you know what's crazy? I have friends on my Snapchat that have no idea about what crypto is. They ignore me every time I talk about HEX, and I've been talking about HEX since like pre-penny. A lot of these guys bought Dogecoin at 65 to 70 cents. You know, I'm just like, I really don't feel sympathy for them. I really don't. I never want to see people lose money. It's not fun. But the wrong people buy the wrong coin. So the people that are losing money on Dogecoin, I'm not going to say you deserve it, but you got what was coming to you. And then that's your own fault. You played yourself, unfortunately. But anyways, Matic, since the start of the bear market, I mean, Matic's been pumping this year. Well, we're down 58% in the past 100 days, or 48% in the past 100 days. Not good. Cardano. Look at this. Cardano, we actually have a sign of health. Somebody's actually floating, and somebody has their head above water in the start of the bear market. Cardano is up 8% in 105 days. Cardano's up 8% in 105 days. Shout out to Cardano. You might be outperforming the 401k. 8%, 104 days. But you got down, negative 56%. You were negative for the past 99 days. So yeah, it took you 99 days of being negative to finally put your head above water. So shout out to Cardano for actually not drowning, for staying afloat. But yeah, so that's negative. Where's HEX at from the start of the bear market? Early May is the start of the bear market. Where's the top? Look at all these drawings I have going on here. Hang on. Get messy when I'm on stream. But HEX, since the start of the bear market, how bad are we doing with everyone else? That's everyone's struggling, right? Ooh, HEX, we're actually at all-time highs. 110 days. We've had 1, 2, 3 all-time highs, and we're up 204%. So HEX has done more than a 3x in the past 110 days, while everything else has seen as low as 60 to 50%. Things are still down 25, 30, 50, 60%. No, just Dogecoin's down that low. Cardano, all the plebs, all the Coinbase chads are probably buying Cardano, and they're probably pumped up about that 8%. Like, oh, the bear market, everything's negative. We're up 8%. Yeah, no, we're still multiplying. We're still multiplying over here. It's not even close. And it's unfortunate that we actually have to compare HEX to all these other coins' performance, because it's not unfortunate when you want to sell the product, right? If you want to sell or onboard somebody, here's the results, here's the truth, here's the statistics, and you can't deny them. But it's almost like I almost feel bad that I spent probably the last 5 to 8 minutes talking about those other coins, but it's good for perspective. You have new friends or family that just don't know about crypto, and they hear all the bad, horrible things that are going on. Show them stuff like this, and it's just like, it's a no-brainer. And then you start talking about T-shares, and then you start talking about the P-HEX you're going to get duplicated for, buying it right now. You're going to start talking about Pulse Chain. And then you show them Richard Hart. Once Richard Hart is on TV or on camera, after they have a slight bit of interest in HEX, it's game over. Yeah, Richard Hart sold me, but he's the man. So those are some price performances that are going on right now. HEX is just doing what it's doing, and that's that. Yeah, and that is, I forgot, I gotta hide these comments. You don't believe, what's up, DC Maverick? You don't believe it's the bear market. I mean, you might be right, but does that matter? I guess the whole point is, like, I call it the bear market because the prices are down, and they're not coming back up. I guess they're pumping a little bit, but you know what the markets are doing with crypto and Bitcoin, or not, with Bitcoin, Ethereum are doing? You're creating good, healthy structure if you're bearish. Okay, what do I mean by that? You guys are going to get a little bit of technical analysis on these other coins just to show the difference between HEX and everything else, because technical analysis still works. But look at this, initial, let's see, where's this range at? 47K. At first when Bitcoin was bullish, we had good structure, right? Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave pattern. What happens after 5 waves on a normal chart? you slow down, maybe you turn down for a little bit, right? And so it might be a big impulse, big correction. And this could be a big impulse. You're right. Bitcoin could do that. But just with how volatile it's been, once we had this top, we came down. Where do we correct at? This blue line is 47K, right where all this price action's at. There's a lot of money sitting at 47K in Bitcoin. We broke down, created a lower low. That means structure is broken. We're not still in the bullish structure. Did not create a higher high. So we have a lower high and a lower low. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. If Bitcoin was even slightly healthy, right here would have been the chance for it to make that wave 4 and then a wave 5 around this area before coming back up, right? Well, Bitcoin's creating good, healthy market structure if you're bearish for that exact reason. It broke this major level. It did not come back up and retest it. It stayed around here. How long did it take for Bitcoin to come back and retest this level? It took 93 days to get back up here. It's hanging on for dear life. And I feel like all the people that are just losing their money, they just got exhausted. They're tired. It's like tired of having your heart broken. You kind of just take a deep breath. You just got out of that relationship you fell in love with for a long time, 2-3 months. You're like, okay, I feel a little bit better about life. You get back into Bitcoin. That's the sentiment in the market. People are heartbroken that are like, okay, I think I'm over the pain. Let me get back into it. That's dangerous if you're bullish, but it's healthy if you're bearish, because now this was a support line. Support line is broken. All we're doing is retesting it. It took 90 days for a retest. This drop might be bigger than what we thought, you know. Richard Hart's 10K. I don't know about 10K. I'm going to call my bottom 20K, 19 to 20K. You know, boom, boom, boom. Maybe go back up. This might play out the rest of the year. This might be the top for the rest of the year. So there is, and every other coin's following Bitcoin structure. So I don't have to show everything else. But Bitcoin is still creating healthy structure if you're bearish. So if you're a trader, which you shouldn't be, which most people are doing in Bitcoin, they're getting wrecked as is. I mean, you get what you got coming to you. But yeah, so that's the reason why I think, we might be, in a bear market, and it's been 4 months and we're negative. I mean, how long do we have to be negative for it not to be a bear market, And it's not just, we're down 10, 20%. We've hit 50, 60% and all this stuff. So yeah, HEX has been bearish most days. I mean, no. Bitcoin has been bearish most days. HEX is the opposite. HEX keeps paying us more than it should, I guess. Yeah, you had you own Bitcoin or Ether, Bitcoin and HEX. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I mean, owning Bitcoin is not bad. We're still going to see the 100+ K Bitcoin one day, so it's okay. But in the meantime, you can really this is not financial advice. You can really maximize your money in HEX on those T-shares and everything. But yes, people are scared, and that's the thing that the markets react to what human emotion. If people are scared, well, we're going to go down. If people are enthusiastic, we're going to go up. HEX, we're enthusiastic. And let me take this Bitcoin chart off. We're not going to show price going down. Let's show a good looking chart. Yeah, people are scared. The price is going to, continue moving down. If people are enthusiastic, price is going to continue moving up. And that's just the reality of it. And that's just as simple as it gets. So, yeah. I went against Richard Hart's Bitcoin call. I agree with Richard Hart on the sentiment, and he knows more than me. Don't get me wrong. I do not. I'm not even the smartest person in this chat room. I'm a normal human being. I just feel like I think different. I'm a little bit of a thought, leader in this aspect, but I'm not, the Einstein of all this. But he probably knows more than me. He thinks 10K, and if it goes down there, cool, But I see 20K probably being the bottom in Bitcoin, 19 and 20K, and if it gets even anywhere near that range, I mean, who's going to really complain, Yeah, it's all built on perspective. So, yeah, I know I messed that up. HEX being bearish in the same sentence. That was a tongue twist. Not even a tongue twister. I just said the wrong stuff. Did we follow the upward trend? We're in Bitcoin. I think I answered that. How long ago was that question? 2 minutes ago. I think I answered that, right? I did. I showed you guys the structure of Bitcoin going down, so I'd answer that. I would say yeah. Got a lot in. Not putting any more. I'm just sharing random comments at this point. I'm all at the bottom. Got a lot, but not putting more in anything else anymore at all. It's fun. I picked up some decent stuff before it took so much research and find. Yeah, shout out to you. Yeah. All your eggs in. It's not good to have all your eggs in one basket unless it's HEX. Not financial advice. You erased everything and dumped everything into HEX. You're probably happy. Shout out to anybody that bought HEX. If you bought HEX at any time in your life, you're in profit, unless you bought like an hour ago. no, like you're in profit. If you bought at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time today, you're probably not, but you're at break even. So if you bought HEX at any point in your life, you are in profit. You're not mad right now. Show that Arby's chart, bro. Arby's probably bearish, man. I'm not an Arby's guy. I eat good, but I'm not an Arby's guy. I can do those beef sandwiches. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm an hour in. I'm not going to drag this thing on any longer than it has to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, follow me on Twitter at Crypto Jenkins. I think my name's on here, right? Wow, my name's not on here. I specifically put it up there to be on here. Hang on. Oh, there it is in the bottom corner. Follow me on Twitter at Crypto Jenkins, as you see in the bottom left corner, I think. YouTube is like Jenkins Crypto or whatever. Hex is at 20.2 pennies right now. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. And I know it's not always the most exciting to be sitting in a pullback, but once Hex is done pulling back after those 3 to 4 week periods, we explode and we explode fast. So right now the momentum's there, the energy's there. So just enjoy the ride while we're here, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, Twitter at Crypto Jenkins, YouTube Jenkins Crypto with a Z. You'll find me. Just go look for me. You'll find me. And catch me every Thursday night. Discourse Syndicate, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for being here. Peace out. Hex shirt. If my puppy wasn't sleeping, I'd show you my puppy. But have a good night, guys.